Angels, it's Hailey Reese and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited that you are here and I hope that you are having an absolutely fantastic morning, afternoon, or night, whatever it is for you when this video finally reaches you. Today's video has been so freaking highly requested and rightfully so. There have been some crazy things going on here in my household. If you guys haven't watched my previous video that I posted not too long ago on all the strange things that have been occurring, I definitely recommend checking that video out because this will all make so much more sense to you. But basically, we think we may know who's been haunting my house and why. And there have been many more strange things that have been going on since I last updated you guys. So since you guys are always asking me if there are any updates, I figured I would finally sit down and share these updates with you guys. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Before we get into today's video though, I would just very quickly like to thank today's video sponsor, Blackout Bingo. Now, if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you guys would know that Blackout Bingo is like my absolute favorite mobile game. I've been having so much fun with it over the last little while and it still hasn't gotten old, so I'm always so excited to share them with you guys. Blackout Bingo is a really fun mobile game where you can make money while playing bingo. Basically, you and your competitor get the exact same bingo card, but the numbers begin coming in faster and faster. So winning is basically held on whether or not you have the fastest reaction time, which is so much fun because I feel like I'm not only beating other people, but also my own score, if that makes sense. I actually even got Mama Reese hooked on Blackout Bingo, so I'm so curious for you guys to try it out because I really think you guys will love it. Blackout Bingo is also owned by Skills, and something that I really like about Skills is that they have amazing support, but they also pride themselves on their ability to match players based on their skill level, which makes it more fun to play. I do want to say that while you can win money with Blackout Bingo and can cash out at any time, you are able to play free head-to-head games as well, and they are just as much fun. Basically, now you don't have to go anywhere to play bingo. You can play from the comfort of your own home or wherever you may be, and you can still win cash prizes. Getting started is as easy as clicking the link that I have below. It'll be listed at the very top of my description box. And if you use my code Reese, you will get an extra $5 in free cash to play on the app once you make your first deposit. So make sure to click the link at the very top of my description and use my code Reese. It's honestly so much fun, and something that I really like is that you guys have the chance to get matched with me, so hopefully we'll get to play against each other, which would just be so much fun. But once again, I would just love to thank Blackout Bingo for sponsoring today's video, and without further ado, let's get into this update. So when I had last updated you guys, I believe one of the last things that I told you that was driving me absolutely crazy was the fact that I was having issues with my smoke detector. Now, so many of you gave me awesome advice down in the comment section below. I had a lot of you saying that, you know, it could be faulty wiring, that it could be a battery issue, even though mine is plugged in to the house. It doesn't run off of batteries. And then I did have some of you say that you have had issues with spirit activity and smoke detectors as well, and even a few of you told me after watching my video your smoke detectors went off too, so sorry about that. But I had told you guys in my last video that my friend Lana, who is an evidential medium, told me that she felt it was spirit related. So I basically decided, this sounds so crazy, to have a conversation with whatever may be there and just say like, hey, if you're of love and light, you're more than welcome to stay. Just please stop with the smoke detector if that is you, because it's super obnoxious and it's just terrifying every single time that it happens because I take fire safety so seriously. And I also couldn't figure out why nobody could help me and tell me what was actually wrong with it. So I am excited to tell you guys, since then, there has been zero smoke detector activity. Watch now that I've said it, it's gonna happen again, but I hope whatever is here keeps its deal with me. But there has been zero smoke detector activity, which just further kind of freaks me out and proves my point. Now I did tell you guys that I didn't feel like it was anything dark per se, but that I had woken up from strange dreams, and as had Tyler, and I was seeing a like shadowy figure in the room. But things have gotten even stranger, and like I said at the beginning of this video, Lana and I kind of have a generalized idea. Well, she says she knows exactly who has been pestering us because now they're pestering her as well. But basically, moving on from the fire, like the smoke detector situation, there was one particular day that I was actually taking a shower. Now, I take very long, extremely hot showers, and our shower is glass. Like the door on it is completely glass. And so it gets very steamy and very foggy in there, and I often can't really see through the outside of my shower while I'm showering. So on this day, I was doing like the whole hair washing day, and I had my eyes closed, and I was, you know, scrubbing my hair. And I do want to mention that I had one of my dogs in the bathroom with me, kind of sleeping on a pile of clothes that I had just taken off, and he was hanging out in there with me while I was showering. So as I'm showering, I started to get this weird feeling of like being watched. Like, you know when you just feel like there's eyes on you, and you just get that feeling that someone's looking at you. So I started to get that feeling, but I really didn't think much of it because, as I mentioned, my dog was in there, so I was like, maybe he's staring at me, or maybe Tyler came into the bathroom. That's a possibility as well. And that was when I heard what kind of sounded like a bang on the glass. And as I mentioned, my eyes were closed at this time. I was like scrubbing my hair and had my eyes closed as I was in the shower. So I heard like what sounded like almost like a bang on the glass of my shower, and I assumed that it was probably my dog or maybe even Tyler trying to like mess with me, if that makes sense. So I finished like rinsing my hair and I wipe my eyes and I look and I immediately don't see anything. So I push open the part of the shower that is a door, and I see my dog is still just laying there, but he's a little bit on high alert. His fur will sometimes stand up when he's in like uneasy situations, not just when he's like mad or angry. And I noticed that his fur was kind of standing up. So I wondered if like Tyler was messing with me, like if he was gonna jump out or whatever. But then I was like, that would make no sense because what if I would slip in the shower? So I kind of call out to Tyler and I don't hear anything. And I get back into my shower, I like close the shower door and I go back to like washing my body. That's when, you guys, I'm not even exaggerating you, I could see what looked like it didn't look completely fresh, almost like it had happened and it was re-steaming over, but I saw a freaking handprint at the top of my shower, like in a place that was so random, and it was on the inside of the shower, like as if someone had placed their hand against the shower. So I start screaming for Tyler to come and look at it, and by the time he's getting back up there, it's like pretty much almost gone. And he's asking me like, did you do that? And I'm like, well, number one, why would I have my hand all the way at the top of the shower? I know for a fact that it wasn't in there as I was showering, and I told him how I had heard like that bang. So we were like, that's really freaking creepy. And I just continued my shower, got out, and I just couldn't get that out of my mind. And I started thinking of all like the logical things, like, is it an old handprint that like reappeared? But it just seemed like, I don't know how to explain it other than as if somebody had put their hand and then it was refogging over quickly because my shower was super hot. So I found that to be creepy, took note of that, and then I was even thinking like, ew, like what the hell? Like there was a ghost in my shower with me, like that's a little violating. But I just continued on with my day. For the entire rest of the day, I was having the craziest electronic issues. Like when I tell you guys, everything was messing up. My camera was messing up. My computer was being glitchy. Even my phone was being glitchy. Like for an example, we were in the middle of cooking. We had the oven going and everything. And all of a sudden, like I go to like check on the food and the oven is entirely turned off. So just like so many freaking weird things start happening. And I'm like, this ghost is pesky. Like I was just attributing it to paranormal activity, that I'd attracted something and that was what this was. But here's where things get crazy. Prior to the last update that I had shared with you guys, I had met up with Lana, as I mentioned, my friend who's an evidential medium, and we were kind of discussing some places that we wanted to go and film for you guys and get a bunch of content. And one place that we had discussed in great detail was that we want to go to Fergus and we want to, you know, visit out there. Lana had mentioned how extremely haunted it was, and she kind of like tapped in energetically to the space to get an idea of if it would be a good place for us to go to. Now, something that I had forgot to mention because I didn't think it was relevant to me, as Lana has Spirit jumping in and out of her car all the time. Check out her channel, The Hawk and I, if you want to hear some of those experiences. Like Spirit literally just hops in her car and goes on its merry way with her. She's so freaking cool. But I didn't think anything of it like that it would be any bit associated with me, because that's just Lana's life. Like she's always riding with Spirit. So she had told me that a spirit from Fergus showed up in her vehicle and basically was like telling her that we have to go out there, he needs her out there, all of this stuff. Well, then I get a random phone call from Lana. I think it was the day after the shower incident and all the strange electronic stuff. And she basically told me that this Fergus spirit will not leave her alone until we go there. And then she texts me this, and I'll put the screenshot up on the screen for you guys so you can see it. But she says, OMFG, so the Fergus ghost is back here, keeps turning off my air fryer. I said, go bug Hailey. The response, been there, done that. I said, ha ha ha, that's actually so funny and makes so much sense. We have to pay them a visit. And since we acknowledged that we thought, or at least for me, I'd have to really check in with Lana. I think it would be harder for her to know because she just always has spirit activity. But my house has been peaceful. I haven't felt anything in the shower. My electronics haven't been going off. I still feel as though the presence is here, but it was like that particular day, it was being pesky. And it's just so creepy and in a way terrifying when you realize how much spirit can do if they should so decide to. So I will keep you guys posted. We're definitely going to be paying a visit to Fergus. I'm curious to see why the urgency and why he's so keen on getting us out there. But I just think that's so cool. And I found it interesting when Lana told me that her air fryer kept getting shut off. And I was like, my oven was getting shut off. Like, just silly little things. But the handprint terrified the hell out of me. I won't lie. It wasn't until I calmed down later and I kind of saw like that I was having electronic problems as a whole. And it kind of just felt like a pesky spirit making its presence known. It scared the hell out of me. Like, especially since my eyes were closed, it just seemed like a terrifying scene in a horror movie. My dog seemed a little off. I felt like I heard like the boom and then I saw the handprint. Could it have been one of our handprints? I mean, sure. My shower's pretty tall. It's a little strange. Not ruling it out, but just the sequence of events was pretty freaky that day and had me a little bit on edge just with the idea of like your eyes are closed, you're alone in the shower, and then you hear something and you see evidence of it. Pretty freaking terrifying if you ask me. But that is basically my update thus far. We'll definitely keep you guys updated and posted. Also, quick update on Mama Reese's house. No froggers as of lately. Nothing really seems to be amiss. We'll keep you guys updated on that as well. And yeah, that's the update. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I get so many requests for me to just chit chat with you guys and share my experiences. So this is the life of a paranormal YouTuber, and yeah, my life's crazy, but I wouldn't have it any other way, and I'm grateful that I have you guys that I get to share it with. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. With that said, I would just once again like to thank Blackout Bingo for sponsoring this video. Make sure to click the link at the top of my description. Use my code Reese to get $5 in free cash to play on the app once you make your first deposit, and hopefully we get to play against each other. I hope to see you on there. If you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed but you do enjoy my content, I would seriously love it more than you will ever know if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button. And please, I'm out of breath, give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness, and until next time, I love you.